I'm joined by Andy Tate. Manchester United won, Burnley won. 1 win in 6 in the league for Ten Hag and Manchester United at the minute. More points dropped. I mean, Champions League is gone. Europa League looking at risk as well now. What is going on at Manchester United?
I'm sick of the excuses. I'm sick of the amount of times we've dropped points now in the last 5-6 games. Wednesday night was, I've been away on holiday. I've seen the highlights of the Coventry game, the meltdown and that. I understand that. I accept that. Wednesday was a bit of a nice bit of, upturn. We wanted to win today to keep the show. If you get a winning feeling and a winning run going, gives you half a chance to maybe win a cup final at the end of the season. But it's you can't put teams away, and it's so frustrating. Another lack of concentration, another, like you say, like a clothesline from the keeper on it. Casemiro as well. It's so last minute pens have just cost us, and it's cost us Champions League. It could cost us Europa League. It could cost us Europe altogether.
What's going on with that? Like in the last 4 or 5 games, we've given away 4 penalties. What was it? Penalties against Chelsea, penalty the other day, penalty today. Like
Liverpool, late goal. So that's 9 points.
Yeah, and the late goal against Brentford as well, which in a game we probably deserve to lose, let alone draw. But these like late last minute penalties, goals. Do you put that down to the manager, or is that
it's individual play?
What is that?
It's individual lapse of concentration, because like you say, there's so many comparisons. Like you say, like when you take a lead against Brentford, you see the game out, and you see, like you say, Brentford was so dominant, and then, like I say, Brentford's goal was reminiscent. It was just like the Coventry goal.
Yeah.
It's characteristics that repeat and repeat. It's the same scenarios. Sheffield United's goal, second goal, Wednesday, was a carbon copy of the Coventry winner. And it's happening too many times. Like I say, the 2 goals against Nottingham Forest this season, same sort of scenario. You don't pick up your runners, you don't free shot on goal. It's happening too many times. Like you say, Delo against as well, Chelsea. Clumsy challenge. Like, yeah, all right, fight, mate, not a bin, this, that, the other. But it's stupid individual errors. Casemiro, header it in the air.
Yeah, what is he doing there?
What's he doing?
Yeah.
I've seen this against Liverpool as well. He's the weak link in the back. That's what cost us. Not taking him off against Liverpool cost us the game. And today, again, it's cost us again when we were trying to dominate. We were hot and cold first half, and Burnley had a couple of chances. Keeper had a couple of saves as well. And it's a stupid, like you say, punching someone in the head. It's just like the Wolves game at the start of the season. I've got no sympathy for the players. And I think the manager now, I think he's on thin ice with the crowd, because to take off your only outlet who's giving energy, Kobe Mainoo, he was booed, severely booed. What was you doing? Even I can't repeat what's said to him. It was effing this and effing that, you fraud, bald fraud. I'll say it, like I say. And I'm angry, and I still don't know where this Old Trafford crowd stand with this manager. Even my dad's getting fed up with him.
Yeah.
He's, like you say, he comes out fighting, and he says this week, the fans know what we're doing. Really? Seriously. Enlighten us, please. Because educate us. Because I want to be educated by Ten Hag. What are you doing? So, do you know something? We don't. You know you're here next season. Are you going to be like the Grim Reaper, start swinging the axe and ending a few careers? Because I certainly hope you do, mate. If you've got some dark plans to rip this team apart, you know what? I'm all for it, mate. But don't bullshit the fans.
Yeah, we're in a weird position at the minute where Ten Hag is almost saying things that he thinks we want to hear, but at times can look like almost deluded.
Yeah,
where he's talking about how good we're playing.
He said yesterday, we're not ready to win the league. We can't win the league next season. Yeah, that's honesty.
I agree with that.
But that's the only bit of honesty I've heard from him in the last 6-7 weeks.
Yeah. Just in terms, you said it's individuals. You mentioned Casemiro. You mentioned Onana. Who else are you looking at in this team and the team at the minute? I know, obviously, Rashford didn't play today, so we can kind of, it's not on him today. But who are some of the players that you look through this squad and you think, we're in this position now because of what's happened here?
Yeah, like it seems to me, it's like I know Ante scored, but he's playing him, and like you said, why ain't Ahmed getting a start?
Yeah.
You big him up, like do you know what, mate? He, if you win the FA Cup, he kept you in a job. You know what I mean? It seems to me he's got an axe to grind with him. I don't know what it is. He won't pick him.
It's weird, isn't it?
Won't start him. He's playing his favourites, like you say. You've seen a difference Wednesday without Marcus Rashford. And again, Marcus Rashford wants to be about him this weekend. Like I say, enough is enough, Marcus. Stay off the socials, get on with your game. We won't be on your case like we are. And that's on him. So that's my say on the matter. I'm like I say, you want an experience on social media abuse, try me, what I've had over the last 10 years, boy. If you want any advice, fucking come to me, because you're living in a bubble. You're living in a bubble with people around you who only want to tell you what you want to hear. That's it. That's me on that. But the rest of the individual errors, it's cost us, and I'm sick. I don't know where to stand with the manager. I don't know where to stand with his team. Eriksen should have come off, like you say, to bring off Kobe. Like you say, man, them kids are our future, and it's so refreshing to see that if we ended up with nothing this season, that's the only comfort I've got with them. And I'm just so, like you say, like him from the in-betweeners says, I like football, but I fucking hate Burnley. You know what? I fucking hate Burnley, and I'm so glad they're down. So,
well, they might not be yet. That's the problem.
So what? You know, they'll be. What's there? What you got next season? Play your Blackburn. Play your Hot Pot Derby. So you know what I mean. So that's I fucking hate Burnley, like him with the glasses and in between it says. So I really don't know what between now and the end of the season it could get very ugly. Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, out of Europe. Humiliated at home. Arsenal potentially win a title at Old Trafford. Losing FA Cup final. It's scenarios that might not happen, but they could happen.
What do you think? We're in this weird gap where, like Jay mentioned it, and I tend to agree with him. I think they'll give Ten Hag the FA Cup final. Even if they plan to get rid of him, I don't think they'll sack him between now and then. I think that would be unfair. But what, like you said, if we lose to City, lose to Arsenal, lose to Newcastle, what could the state of Man United be by the time that cup final comes around?
You look, like I said, the away games are irrelevant. Crystal Palace and Brighton. Like I say, our points total is we're only 5 short. We finished on 59 points a couple of seasons ago. We're on 54. If we don't get past that, it's embarrassing. It's low. And if we get, like I say, we get absolutely blitzed by Arsenal, a team who I think they got a chance of winning the league. Yeah. And I hope they do. I really do. And if we get Newcastle come Old Trafford, pip us for the last European place, we drop down a pecking order. We lose an FA Cup final. It's not a good way to say I'm staying, is it?
No. Do you think he surely Ten Hag would
I think he knows he's staying. I think I think he knows he's been giving us a shot, but he's not telling us. Is that everything's hush hush between them? They've had private talks, so that's my opinion. I think he'll stay till Christmas, and we'll see with the structure in place. And he says if he gets his, I can't play like Ajax, like you say. Of course you can play like Ajax if you get the right players in. I expect to be playing like Ajax from a few years ago. Why can't you play like this? Next season, if you're in charge, mate, I want a style of play. I want to be entertained. Because every week, it's draining, mate. Like the Bournemouth game as well, it's so draining. Like you batter teams and you can't put them away. Then you give stupid individual errors. It's cost us this season. You say... another individual error, let's say last season, cost us the FA Cup with De Gea letting the second goal in. It could come back to bite us again in another cup final. Do I go to Wembley when I know what could happen? I really don't know. Do we really want to get absolutely heartbroken again like I did last year? Then I can just get pissed at my head and just I'd be oblivious to whatever happens. So that's my choice.
That seems like the alternative.
Do I spend £200-300 going down at Wembley and a team that can easily, roll over and die against Man City like they've done twice this season? Oh, spouting negative, but it's the team that projects the negative. It's the manager that projects the negative. That team, that manager, make us fans how we feel. We've not had any happiness this season. moment in time against Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's it. And like you say, it's satisfying that Liverpool are going to end up with the fizzed out like us last season. You know, in Champions League, Tin Pot Cup, they called it from when we won it last season. Well, you've got it as well. So good luck to you, Mr. Klopp. So, yeah, I really don't know. So, this team, I say, they get away with murder. And it's only the kids who, like I say, give me happiness. Like, do you know what? You got Ahmed, Garnacho, Highland as well. Kobe Kanobe. He did a flick today, man. I seen a flick in the first half. Oh, man. He could pass as a Jedi. Absolutely. Darth Kobe, never mind Kobe Kanobe. Yeah, definitely. It's a brilliant, and I can't wait for the future with them for next season. But I think he's here till Christmas at least. If he's got the structure right, if you've got some dark secrets, Ten Hag, you've got to implement them, and you can't be favouritism. Sacrifices need to be made. Show a strength. Get rid of a player here and there. I don't care who it is now, because I'm fed up with certain players. Like I've mentioned before, enough is enough.
Nice. Right. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you at home for joining us as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Manchester United won. Burnley won. More points dropped. More points dropped at home. Mad
God,
situation.
I fucking hate Burnley.